Hey everyone, it's Crystal, and we are going to get into round 2 of What the Heck Did I Read? This is going to be for June and for July. If you are interested in what I read in April and May, check the video a couple days ago that I posted. It was a lot of information, and if you want individual reviews of any of those books or any of the books I'm going to cover today, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will get those up for you. But anyways, we're gonna jump into it. I hope you guys grabbed a cup of coffee because this is gonna be a long one. Whew. So are you ready? Are you ready? The first series that I read for the month of June is A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I loved this series. The book 1 was okay. Book 2 and 3 blew my mind. I'm going to do a separate review of them, and so keep an eye out. Book 2 and 3 are right here. I own them as well. Book 2. Book 3. Love them. Keep them. Hardcover them. They are going to be part of my library forever and ever. The next book that I read, it's actually something that I borrowed from the library, and it's My Lady Jane. Now, that one is a fun book that is based on Queen Jane Grey, who only held the throne for just a few days. And you get to kind of hear about her story, but this is totally not the same thing as well, because instead of talking about religious intrigue and battles there, what do they use in instead? They use shapeshifters! What? How do we cover a hard topic such as prejudice? We're going to make it into something that is fantasy. Yay! It was cute, it was fun, it was silly, I loved it. This is definitely one that I would enjoy reading again. I probably won't have it for my library, but it was still really enjoyable. The last book that I read in June, I know, I only covered like 5 books this month, but they were hefty, was The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. Now, I did do a review of this. I'm going to post that in a few days, so keep your eye out for it. This is a standalone urban fantasy book about vampires and how you turn into a vampire, and it's really interesting. I enjoyed it, so check out the video that I'm going to post probably next week and let me know what you think. And then jumping into July, we're gonna start out with Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. Now, this book shocked me because you know what I was expecting? Something other than straight Norse mythology. But what did Neil do? No, he just retold all of the same mythos that we are familiar with, but in his own writing style. So, whereas I was expecting almost like a Rick Riordan or even an American God sort of thing where they take inspiration from that religion and then rewrite it. No, he just retold the heritage mythos, which were still great, don't get me wrong, but it was not what I was expecting. Still good though. So if you're interested in Norse mythos or anything Norse history, check it out. It was really good. Okay, so the next book that I read for the month of July was Heartless. Heartless is a retelling of the Queen of Hearts story. It's an origin story with her. It really made her personable. I really understood where she came from in some of her reactions and her attitudes. This is a retelling of, let me clarify, the Disney style of the Queen of Hearts. So the one that we grew up with the cartoon and the little king hiding around her calf and playing with flamingo croquet and all that other stuff, that's this guy right here. If you like the Queen of Hearts, if you like origin stories, this is the one for you. And one thing that I loved about this book, underneath this dust cover, it's amazing. It's so pretty. Oh, loved it. Loved it, love. The next series I picked up for the month of July was the Flapper series. And the first book is Vixen, and my friend Emerald Rose is borrowing it right now, but I will put a picture here. And it is definitely 1920s prohibition, teenage coming of age story. In Chicago, you have these really rich girls that are trying to figure out who they want to be. You follow the story of 3 of them, along with the second book that I read, which is Ingenue, and you continue those 3's stories into them moving to New York. It's fun. I'm going to do a full review of that one a little bit later, so keep an eye out for it. If you're interested for me to make it sooner, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Then I read The Skeleton Key. That one is a book by James Rowlands, and I love James Rowlands' series. This one, I didn't know when I picked it up, was actually a short story, but it follows one of the very rare female characters where you follow, instead of the Secret Service CIA group of people that are in most of his books, this is a woman who has left her secret organization and has become friends with this secret organization, but she's not officially with them, and this is just a side story of her. So I really liked being able to delve into her story more, see her grow a little bit, see her as an individual character instead of just a little addition to the story. It was really a lot of fun. It had to do with the tunnels under Paris and all the catacombs that are underneath there, so that's always interesting too. I love the little bit of history that's thrown in with those books, and I would really check it out. It was a quick read. I read it in the afternoon. And then the last book for July was Blood Fever. That is book 2 in the Dark Fever series that you heard me talking about last video, and so it was a continuation. I love that story. Again, can't wait to keep reading the series, and basically, if you want me to make a review of it, I will. That's the books that I read for June and July. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a lot of information to cover all at once, but you guys are amazing for sticking it out. If you have any questions, let me know. Post it in the comments below if you have any specific books that you want to see reviews done right now, and I will get to those as quickly as possible. I will warn you now, the Renaissance Festival is going to be starting here very shortly, so I am trying to make sure that I have enough videos saved up so there's not a gap in videos, again, because I love you guys and I want you to be able to follow my book story with me, or my book journey with me. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, watch me on the social media, comment, talk to me. I love seeing people, and I hope you guys are having a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.